to make this shit make sense.
All right. It's go time. We made it to episode 1. Are you excited, sister?
I'm really excited. Very excited.
She look over y'all already.
I just want to let it be known I am in fact over y'all already.
I just need y'all to know she came from mid rant straight into this.
Me.
Keep telling this woman, save it for the podcast, but she got a lot to say.
It's okay. I can literally go forever on y'all. But unlike y'all, I live in Thailand and my food is real, so I got to go enjoy life sometime.
She said she got to keep it demure. She ain't going to go too crazy.
That's crazy.
Well, hey, everybody. This is Carlton.
Hi, and I'm Lisa.
And you are on the first episode of Not a Safe Space. Let them know.
We serious and unserious as fuck at the same time.
Look, we finna be talking about some real stuff. But also we gonna be laughing at y'all too.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope you can handle both.
Mm-hmm.
Balance. All right, so quick introduction. Let them get to know us a little bit. I don't know what to tell them, except we are in Thailand.
Yeah, we live in Thailand.
Which is kind of crazy. Y'all first podcast episode is in Bangkok,
Listen,
Thailand.
we had to get up out of that struggle to see the struggle.
Look, we couldn't think straight. I ain't finna speak on my sister. I couldn't think straight. Have you ever just try to fight to be happy every goddamn day?
Every day.
That was me. And now I'm not fighting that fight no more.
Love that phrase.
Now I'm just fighting on how to record a podcast. Because now I can think straight.
We mostly here because people kept telling us they wanted to hear us talk.
Right. And yeah, if y'all want to hear us, subscribe to this podcast to keep up with us, because that's going to be the only way.
I may throw my Cash App up there if you want to send a bitch $1 every now and then.
Look, time's hard everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So just real quick, so y'all can kind of get the concept of this podcast. We are creating a safe space here. I don't want the name to lead you away, but we are going to kind of tackle, we're looking at a certain demographic, because we are both,
we looking at Black American Solani people. I don't know. We are talking to Black American Solani people. If you're not Black American or Solani, I guess you can stay, but shut the fuck up.
My girl said take a seat in the back.
Take a seat in the back.
As you can see the dynamic here, I'm more of the empathetic, diplomatic approach.
Fuck y'all.
And she's the fuck you approach. And that's how that's going to be. All right, so we're going to start off with a little libations. We've been doing libations ever since we started celebrating Kwanzaa, which I highly recommend any Black American to do. Actually, we'll do an episode on just Kwanzaa.
For Kwanzaa.
What? Ooh. You see that? We just made a commitment. We said we doing this shit all the way to December 26th.
That we are.
Hey, cheers to that. That's a libation.
Her. Oh, for your libations, be sure to get your little drink, something to drink. Not alcohol, unless you into that. It can be what you want.
But when I think about this podcast, I feel like my main goal is I really just want to draw more like-minded people towards me. So I'm hoping, you know what I mean? This shit don't even have to go out worldwide. I hope it don't.
Oh, it don't. I'm tired of y'all. I am so tired of being. I'm so tired of y'all in our business.
Because what I don't want to do is waking up every other day.
So a white bitch
talking to
in my comment.
Talking to a PR rep about my sister being canceled. I don't got the time. I don't want to hear it. That's not how I want to start my day.
First of all, they'll never cancel me because I know the Black American people gonna ride for me hard.
That's true.
I already know this. Not getting canceled. Boo-hoo. Cry in the corner about it.
She really don't care. It's me caring for her.
Literally. I go against a whole fucking country. Don't give a damn. Line them up.
You remember that time you went against the whole city?
And won. Yeah. Pensacola, Florida. Matter of fact, I don't want no Black people from Pensacola, Florida.
The city of Pensacola against Lisa.
And won.
And I'm like, damn, how long she been there? It haven't even been a year yet, but
You can let them listen. You can let them swamp creatures down there tell you I ain't win all the fuck they want to. That's why they governor over there working their ass.
Was it a big black community? I don't know. I couldn't really tell when I was
No, it wasn't a big black community, and that's why I'm trying to tell them niggas is hidden. They are hidden.
Yeah. For those of you that don't know, Pensacola like in that panhandle of Florida, so very close to like southern Georgia and Alabama, right?
Right. They don't even call that Florida. They call it Alabama.
Oh, yeah. Well, according to Miami, they don't represent nobody but niggas in Miami. That's it. And let me tell you, Miami is a very small fraction of that state.
Miami ride for Florida like New Orleans ride for Louisiana. But the rest
don't claim them at all. And to be honest, don't blame you.
I don't blame you.
For those of you who don't know, we are Louisianians.
Shreveport, Louisianians.
Yeah, we from that north.
Mm-hmm. Don't get too slick in them comments.
Yeah. Watch your mouth.
Watch your mouth.
But now we're sipping Thai tea and ginger tea. Sawadee.
Sawadee.
Sawadee crop. Stop playing with me.
Sawadee ka. That means hello.
Yeah, so we basically fluent in Thai. That's kind of what that is.
Fluent, it's crazy.
Yeah, so every day, well, not every day, because that's a lie. You should have saw Lisa's face. That's a lie. My bad. I'm speaking too fast. So the way we're going to open up the podcast every single day, so you guys know what to expect, we're going to do just a little introduction, just a life update for all the people who care. I know it's not many, but for the few who do. Then we're going to do our libations. This set the mood to get us in the right mind space. And then we also have a segment what we like to call Freedom Files. And this is where we're going to give our shout outs to any past, present, or honestly up and coming creators maybe, or political leaders or something that needs a shout out that may need a little bit more support and recognition. Even though this podcast don't have no followers, but you know,
you gotta plan for the future. You gotta
right.
Put it out there.
We manifest like we finna have a whole little cult over here.
Cult. It's a cult.
You know what I mean? I know cults get a bad rep, but really though,
it's not that bad.
A group that just ride or die, and the die mean literally. You don't see that too often. I haven't seen that since Jim Jones, I think. Honestly, MAGA may be the new.
Ooh, them bitches are strong.
They are.
I appreciate the dedication.
I can't even argue with it. Like I was like,
yeah,
y'all get it.
My Solani folks, I need y'all to channel your inner MAGA.
What? No. Seriously, no.
Them people, right?
I need y'all to do everything them motherfuckers do. I don't give a damn what these niggas out here doing wrong. Shut up.
We handle that in house.
Say that in your house. Don't say that on TikTok.
Don't say that shit on TikTok. Keep black problems off of social
media. Also, dear Solani, stop talking to these Africans. Leave them alone.
What? Leave them alone.
Actually, I'm not even gonna say leave you alone because a lot of times they be messing with us. But let them talk to themselves.
Leave them alone.
We got other shit to worry about ourselves.
We do not have time to be fighting with a group of people over them fucking waters. Please.
Yeah, we got a whole war in our backyard brewing right now.
A civil war at that. If you are not paying attention, I know a lot of y'all tend to not be political, but if you're not paying attention, this is basically the start of the civil war. This is how the last civil war started. This is what this is.
I will say this with the whole, MAGA movement and, Trump's second term. I feel like the one small positive thing, I feel like people are being more politically conscious. Mm-hmm. And by people, I mean, when I say people, I'm always speaking about black people because, that's my perspective and that's what I know. I feel like they are being a little bit more like insightful, like getting this information to know like how fucked up the system is and how it works.
True.
And how we need to be using it for ourselves.
That's why we had a political party. Black Panther Party. It was, for those that don't know, Black Panther was also a political party.
Well, I feel like we're speaking different ages though. I feel like in this current, well, not ages, generations. I feel like within my generation, I feel like growing up, when I look at my peers, I can't really pinpoint too many that I know are like politically conscious.
That is
I
true.
personally can't. I'm not saying that's not a thing. I'm just saying my perspective. I haven't interacted with a lot of my own peers.
Honestly, I'd be scared to walk outside and be like.
But I feel like more recently, that's different. I feel like, oh, now everybody want to talk. Everybody want to know Carlton opinion. Why the fuck y'all want to know my opinion?
Right. Because my brother's smart.
I am kind of smart.
Not kind of. Very.
That's true. I'm working on that. Like, I used to diminish myself a lot. And my sister has taught me, why the hell am I doing that? Mm-hmm. It was dumb. I didn't get it. Because I'm like, damn, I'm around a lot of stupid people. Whew. And I'm like, damn, look at my president. I think I'm smarter than my president. I don't think I would in my life have said that. But I think I am. Honestly, I would actually bet money on it.
I would too.
That's just how bad it is. Mm-hmm. But hey.
And I don't do bets I can't win.
You know what? Do we need to start a cult?
Yes.
We're going to do some research on how to start. So if you down for it,
let us know.
You know.
And I know I did say this is a Solana group. This is a Solani group. Mm-hmm. And if you are a person of other, you need a Solani recommendation to be in. And I want to let it be known that if you do get in, Solani recommendation, you better have your shit right, because whatever they do, fall on you. Whatever they do, fall on you.
I know if Lisa over who pick the others that come, it's gonna get real straight.
Actually, I'm over.
Little cookout invite shit, y'all. None of that.
Just know,
none of that.
I will be reviewing each invitation personally.
Like, she's studying this shit. Oh, well, Lisa been in that damn room looking at these files.
You is not bringing in no infiltrating motherfucker up in here.
Look, and my sister, she get tired quick, so I already know she probably gonna look at a few and just say, fuck, deny all. I'm not looking at this shit no more.
I'm looking at one profile picture and going, everybody gone.
Throw them all. But honestly, that kind of still tie in the whole theme of this thing. And that's about creating safe spaces, right? So it's like, what do we really need to do to create a real safe space, right? Because I feel like if you kind of think about like Black Americans and our history within, well, not this country because I'm in Thailand, but in America, back when my people lived.
These niggas talking about from outside of the club.
Look, and them be the loudest one.
Listen here, we will be giving y'all tips and tricks on how to move abroad. No charge, because we trying to help uplift each other. I'm not charging.
Right.
The information is free, so I'm not charging to just compile it.
Yeah, and I'm not good at like selling.
Yeah.
Selling shit.
I ain't no fucking salesperson.
I'm not a salesperson. Like, no, niggas need to hear this. What I'm selling this for? That's been a learning curve for me as like a business person. Mm-hmm. Or yeah. But anyways, that's another chat for another time. But back to what we was talking about, because we got super off track. But we was actually talking about freedom files, right? So in this segment, I like to give a shout out and everything, but I actually wanted to give a shout out to some creators who honestly encouraged me to kind of like talk a little bit more, because, you know, after this whole red pill, blue pill situation, we got gender wars going on. It's like all this crazy shit kind of going on online. And I feel like within the community, then we got the whole diaspora war. Like, I was like, y'all, it's too much at one time. We got to reel this shit back in. We getting out of pocket. Because the focus is not focusing right now.
The plot.
We look hard. You niggas are worrying about the wrong thing. Because I don't know. Well, obviously, social media plays a big part of it. But I don't know why we feel the need to be dictating what other niggas are doing. I don't understand that. And also, we try to like pigeonhole Black people for some reason. Like, damn, every nigga is not the same. Like,
literally.
Why are we trying to force it? We never been We never been the same if you really look
You
at
never have. If you know anything about the Black Power movement,
it.
niggas have never been the same.
Never been the same. Honestly, well, that could be another episode. Even with the Black Power, not Black Power, but the Black Panther, like shit like that. That was a great movement, but it didn't continue because obviously the government. But secondly, within the leadership, you know what I mean? Like the way they treated women and stuff. Like it was just divisiveness within it. And I feel like whenever you have a movement for true liberation, divisiveness is like no home for it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like it's just no place for it. You're not going to get anywhere.
Oh, I can see somebody talking about, but y'all talking about this just a space for so long and people ain't that divisive. Shut your motherfucking ass up.
She ready.
I can see it now. Ooh.
She actually, you know how people when try to go to people's comments and drag them. I'm telling you, Lisa is ready. Like I think she secretly wants y'all to try it.
I do want you to try it. If I gotta make a career out dragging you bitches, I'm gonna do it with a big ass smile on my face as I drink my tea.
Yeah, she for real. But because I feel like that's obviously the goal for Black people is true liberation. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because it's like we get to the stepping points, but I feel like I don't know. Is there ever a finish line? Because at this point, it just feels like damn.
What does true liberation look like for Black people?
That is true. Okay, well let's dive into it. So when you think of liberation is just to free someone from something, right? Mm-hmm. Rather that's enslavement, oppression, whatever that is. Mm-hmm. So liberation is freedom. And that brings me to one of my favorite quotes. And I actually talked about this at Kwanzaa this year or last year. Well, you know how it goes. And that's that Nina Simone. You know that's my favorite. Because you know when someone like say something so
profound.
So it's profound, but it's just so simple. Like, you know what I mean? How we make such a simple
You played a video.
Yes. I'm going to post it.
Yeah.
I got to post that on my social media. But like when somebody just say something so simple and like you just have that like light bulb, like, damn, like, why am I making this so difficult in my head? And it's really, truly a simple thing. And all she said was, because somebody asked me, well, what does freedom mean to you? And she said, and she didn't even answer immediately. She actually sat there and really thought about it. Like you saw, like we're looking at her thing. And she said, you know what freedom means to me? No fear. That's it. And I was like, she ate that. That's what the young folks say. What the young folks would say is she ate that. Because if you really sit here and think about it, when we try to talk about liberation and things like every pinpoint, every topic that we're bringing on, every issue within the Black community comes out of fear, right? We're fearing like for our job opportunities from these new policies. We're fearing from our homes. We're fearing like just having community, just to have the space to be ourselves without being scrutinized, without trying to be molded into white society. It's just like we're constantly in this state of fear. And it's dictating every single thing that we do to the point where just simply existing because you can is no longer an option, feel like.
Right.
And it's like, how we reel this back in? Because even one thing that I've noticed, especially in this new age, digital age and stuff like that, is just, I feel like hustle culture is becoming a part of Black culture now. Like I feel like that is becoming one and the same thing.
Yeah.
It's like it's just been pushed in your face like hustle. And I'm like, damn.
But that's also because of Black people's need for security.
That is true. That is true. So we see how it all kind of
coincide
with each other.
We are right back to the root cause, which is fear. Because if you had a community, an actual living, breathing community like we used to have back in the day, you could go to a church and probably have things there that can help you get along and where you're going. You would have less fear about being what do you call it? Displaced. My bad. Displaced. Right. If you had real community. Villages.
Homesteads. My sister won a homestead. We're gonna get it for her soon.
Absolutely. I'm getting my
so
homestead.
Support the podcast. I need some brand deals.
Mm-hmm. I was getting a homestead even if I was the only motherfucker on it.
Yeah. But that easily became one of my favorite clips. But I love me some Nina Simone. That's one thing you'll learn about me.
Don't love Nina Simone.
The lost ones. Got to be. Because she was one of them.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I guess that's what this podcast will be about. Dismantling fears,
Mm-hmm.
and creating something new.
And one of our taglines is being comfortable with being uncomfortable, which is something that I'm still learning within my 30s.
Because we did move out here abruptly.
Right. Which it was, that experience alone was just kind of crazy because, everybody was like, wait, what? What is going on? Like, they felt it was abrupt, but
it wasn't.
Before we moved here, me and Lisa actually lived here. Actually, yeah, let me give y'all a backstory on how me and my sister got here. So growing up, me and Lisa actually did not fuck with each other.
Hated that nigga.
And if she hated me, just know my shit was times 10. Did not fuck with her at all. But we also, so we don't have the same dad. So she grew up with her dad, and I grew up with our mom. So we didn't really grow up in the same household. Like we did, like when they was together. That's a weird situation. I feel like with your dad and mom. I hated it. They tried a couple of times. About a couple. Wait, I don't want to get too sidelined, but y'all know how like on some of the movies, especially like with white people in it, and they parents be getting divorced, and that's the whole plot, and like these people are stressed the fuck out about.
And they get
my sister is the polar opposite. She one of them niggas away from me.
I don't want them away from each other so bad.
And I know so many people can relate to that. Like, it's bad when even your kid like, leave that shit alone.
Bury the hatchet.
Go like, y'all please leave and leave me alone. Because that'd be the real problem. Y'all bothering me with y'all bullshit. Y'all too old. At y'all big age. Stop it.
I hope they see this too. Watch the whole thing. I said what I said. Just like I told y'all was going to get divorced in 2 years when I was younger. I said what I said. Then and now.
Yeah, so that's Lisa's take. Back to the story. But me and Lisa, like when I went off to college, when I finished high school, went off to college, I think
that's kind of when we started talking a little bit more. I was in the military at that time. I think right when he went off to college, I was kind of going to Okinawa.
You at a different time.
I'm a different time.
Lisa. I'm 4 years older than you. How does that even make sense?
You right.
You still in high school, sister. What you talking about?
Right. When you was getting your master's degree, I was in Okinawa.
Right. That's correct.
So that's kind of like when we was
because basically, right when I was finishing high school, getting ready to go to college is when they was trying, like, I think this is probably round 3 at this time, maybe round 2. Because I don't know. I'm gonna say round 3 because I think it was round 3.
I think it was round 3.
Yeah. Of her dad and our mom trying it again. So we still didn't live together, but when I came home, basically I came to their house.
Right. And we was cooling.
Yeah. And then, so me and Lisa, like her kind of being older and me actually I felt like me finding my own thing, going off to college and just kind of doing my own thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know. Honestly, I cannot pinpoint when I like stop hating you.
Me neither.
It just disappeared.
But then again, by the time I was a little bit more intellectually advanced when I was a child, so by the time when I was in high school, I was already on my
true.
I was kind of like going against the grain and really just forming my own opinions.
Yes, because Lisa was very. I feel like she was very mature for her age, for sure. Mm-hmm. So that did make you easier to talk to.
Kudos to being raised as the only child and living alone.
No, for real. Didn't have that experience. Niggas bother me every day of my life. No sleep, no rest, no peace. I'm just surviving.
My household was not there.
I felt like I was the only child in my past life, or like lived alone.
Because my brother was meant to be on the child. We was supposed to switch.
It's like when you think of, like when I think of how I am these days and how I do like a lot of alone time, like maybe more than normal.
Way more than normal.
I don't know how I made it.
Let me say, me and Carlton been living together for probably like what, 2 years now?
Yeah, because when did you get out the military?
2021 July.
21. I moved back in 2019. You know what? Yep, because that's when I got my house. Like, you moved back in 21?
Was it 2019?
No, because you moved. I think no. I don't think you moved back because I think I got my house before you moved back. No?
I was there. But I was at Dad's.
Oh, okay.
I know I was at Dad's house for like
y'all got
2
to
months.
Be patient with us. We older. You know,
yeah, we were older.
Time be different.
I don't know how the thing be moved. But moral of the story, we've been together staying with you about 2 years now. I'm going to go 2, solid 2.
Damn, it feel longer.
And this man, there are times we'll be at the house and I would not see him the whole entire day. We stay in the same house.
That brings me to another side story of like my roommate situations. Because I had a few roommates in college, so I used to. Y'all know how it goes. Well, the people who had to live not at home.
Why did we this old and we stay together?
Yeah, but I remember my last roommates. This is while I was in grad school. It was actually, it's not just them. It was damn near everyone. Because like we would be friends. They would see me, you know what I mean, in public. And you know me, how I am. Very animated. Very, hey, let's have a good time. I'm finna talk to you. What's up? Very, it's my Gemini rising. That's what it is.
Gotta be some.
But once we become that roommate and we in the same space, leave me alone. Well, like, why are you trying to talk? We can talk outside. We inside now. Go to your space. I'm gonna go to mine.
My brother be like, I gotta take my mask off when I
get home. And I actually love them, but they were like very social. Like they like doing stuff all the time, and so it's like, I had to force myself to do it, even though I just rather just sit in my room in my bed. Because I also just context of my whole college experience or journey, like it was, I was heavily involved. So I had to do a lot of performative hype, like just bullshit constantly. Why I was signing myself up for that, I'm not really sure.
The classes.
I feel like I need to actually unpack that because I don't know why I thought that was a good idea.
Didn't it pay for your college or
something? No, you thinking about grad school.
I am. Yeah, why would you doing this year?
So I ended up going back to the college to recruit. So I was a college recruiter for a while. And so working for the college, I got a huge discount while I was getting my master's. So that's what you're thinking about. But long story short, after my master's, I came home because I made the decision of, instead of, going to work off, I came back and started working with family. And then at that time, that's when Lisa was wrapping up her, what's your second?
Enlistment.
Yeah. And then we lived together. Okay, now you can give your version on how you got here.
Let's see. This is how I got to Thailand, all right? So I was in the service at first. I was a Marine.
We was all confused. Don't know how she came to that decision to this day. But it worked out.
It worked out. So I was in the Marine Corps and I had I was stationed in Okinawa. And that's when I met my good friend Shelter Ish. And we all in Badge. I know he's gonna be mad if I don't say his name. We all started traveling around. So I got to have an experience of seeing something outside of America. Let's keep that in mind. That was about like 5 years ago. We already established we're not good with timeline. So this was way back when. Then I get to Pensacola. In Okinawa, I go to Pensacola. I actually bought a house in Pensacola. Sold that house that I bought in Pensacola when I was leaving. A year after I had moved back home. And then I started staying with Carlton. The more that I was back home, I was like, you know what? I came back home thinking that I was, gonna help build up my city, because we've always been very into the community and helping push the community.
You was very positive.
I was very positive.
And like in the back of my head, not to cut you off, but in the back of my head, I was like, ooh, I feel like she ain't been here in a while. But I never said that because I was like, come on.
I appreciate my brother for letting me figure some shit out and operate within my own head. But at the same time, I really want to fight his ass for not telling me to not come home. But it's okay. And that's basically what happened. One day I woke up and I said, I don't want to be in this bitch no more. I said, we moving to Thailand.
That's crazy. Me either.
And and that's how we got here. I said, I don't want to be here no more. Booked that one way first class ticket to Thailand. And I originally wanted to leave in March. That was always the plan.
I knew. Spirit told me she was gonna bring that shit.
Yes, because I cannot let this. I cannot ever let you live this down. I wanted to leave in March. That was my original plan. He wanted to wait until April because he works more within our family business. He wanted to wait until April. I said, I really don't want to do that, but if you want to do that, let's do it. Long story short, for January, February to come around, this man saying, "Can we just leave sooner?" I was like, "Oh, you mean the March time frame that I planned for?" And that's when he said, "Yeah."
All right, who believe in astrology out here? Anybody?
Me.
Come on, one listener / co-host. Well, if you know anything about astrology, let me just go ahead and tell you I am a Virgo. And though we can make change, or I'm not even gonna say no we. I'm gonna say though I can make change. That make change a lot, all the time. Actually, I got to ease into it. Like I got to make it make sense. And what I got to do is like, even if it's the worst, would it still make sense? And that's how bad it was. I was like, even if this is terrible, even if I come over to this bitch and homeless, it's still better.
Whole time I'm trying to figure. Also, you just said he's a Virgo, right? I'm
thinking of Ace. Worst situations every time.
I'm a Taurus. A May Taurus. I'm trying to figure out why the fuck he thought we would ever be homeless.
Them bulls don't play
at all. Like,
I don't know why they keep finding me. They turn my ass anywhere but loose, and I'm like, what did I do?
Easy.
You see, since birth, telling you. It's been hard out here for me.
Nigga talking about he don't like change. This nigga ain't know where we was going. Not even the hotel that we was going to until we showed up to the hotel.
Not a clue. And everybody keep asking me questions. I was like, it's fine.
And I keep wondering why everybody is asking him questions knowing he don't know nothing.
Don't know. Because like it's like you stress yourself out before, but once you actually make the choice, that's when okay.
I was never concerned. I was
like, I don't care.
I got to work. I cleared out that house. We have just just to really get a picture of this. We have a big ass house. And
unfortunately,
I mean Carlton, 6-bedroom fucking house
for no reason. Don't do it.
6-bedroom fucking house, right? I had that house cleared and rented out. Literally 2 days before we was finna leave. House cleared. House completely rented out.
She was not
property manager in place.
No game.
Cleaner in place.
When I say not one game was played.
Not one game was played. When I was ready to go, I was ready to go.
She said, sleep, eat, pack this shit up.
That was literally my rotation. Sleep, eat, pack, face up.
Clean. Oh, I'm not cleaning. Pay the cleaner. Find the pets. Cook the pet food. I mean, she was knocking that list out. And I said, well, let me pack my room.
Literally.
That took a little longer than
way longer.
I'm talking about I'm packing hours before we got to leave. At least talking about, you're not going to pack yet? Oh, we talking about like a month. Like, you're not getting ready to pack? I was like, it's going to take me a day. Like, I don't got that much.
Spoiler, it took him 2 weeks. Literally hours before we supposed to leave. This nigga is packing.
And for anybody that's ever expecting to make a big move or anything like that, please understand time. Like, just always live in a space where it feels like you don't have a lot of time.
Yeah.
Just do that. That's the only way you can safely kind of just.
If you planning to move 6 months from now, your house need to be clear right now.
Right now, go ahead and just get it out, because honestly, the hardest part is making the decision on what needs to be thrown away.
Yeah.
And that's when I realized, damn, I got a lot of stuff. And honestly, now that I'm over here, I feel like I still brought too much shit.
I was like, damn, we didn't bring much. Between
Even
me
the
and
clothes.
Carlton, we bought
Four. Like 2 big ones and 2.
Yeah, we didn't even
carry-ons?
bring 2 real big ones. We bought 1 big one,
Oh, you
the
right.
middle size one, and 2 carry-ons in
You
like
right.
backpacks. And we still got too much shit.
Mm-hmm. I hate carrying them goddamn suitcases.
I'm getting us some other suitcases. Damn.
Thank you. Just throwing that out there.
But yeah, so if you're ever thinking about moving, what I would do differently is actually I wouldn't bring shit. I would bring 1 suitcase.
Not a lick. Buy it here.
Buy it here. Buy everything when you move. Don't bring.
Matter of fact, sell all your shit, keep the cash, transfer it in whatever currency, or exchange it in whatever currency, and just buy it here.
Just buy it, because
preferably off the street. They'll probably be cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, just buy it off their back. They'll sell it. No, I'm joking.
And since we do talk about politics a lot, something I didn't do because I didn't think the U.S. was gonna go to shit so fast. Order all your birth certificates. Order copies of your birth certificates, social security cards, medical records, and get your travel insurance if you have a family. If you like me and my brother and you young and dumb, you ain't got no travel insurance. You ain't got regular insurance anyway. You don't need to worry about no fucking travel insurance. You don't have regular insurance, so don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Actually, I have insurance because I'm a veteran, but you know, that's veteran shit. Everybody ain't able.
Let me tell you, my sister wore glasses and she's still blind, so that should tell y'all she need to know.
Exactly. You ain't missing out on this.
Not at all. I think they was talking about I don't know, did I make that up? I think they was talking about trying to take some funds away.
They probably are. They always trying to take funds away from the wrong shit.
That need to be a whole goddamn podcast.
That's gonna be a whole podcast.
I still want the mystery of where does military money go? Like, for it to have such a big portion of our budget, like, I just don't understand how we are okay with them never passing an audit. Like,
ever.
What? And when you actually talk to servicemen, they equally confused. So if he confused, I'm confused. The people that we elect confused. You see how nobody's trying to figure out how to make everyone unconfused?
2 + 2 = elephant. Y'all gonna hear me say that a lot.
That's her version say, you bitches are dumb.
Very much so.
But in her demure way.
Very demure.
My sister is classy. I don't know if y'all knew that or not.
Very classy. The classiest person you'll ever meet.
She's just a lady.
Just a little old lady. Little old southern lady.
Yeah, so we're going to get into a lot of things. Nothing too crazy.
I don't know why he said that. We get into everything.
Well, I ain't want to scare him away.
No, I want. This ain't really. Listen, if you ain't ready to hear some truth and have some introspective going on, this may not be for you.
This podcast is for the self-aware. I'm just going to leave that out there.
And self-aware means collective aware. So
let them know.
Yeah. We getting into some shit over here. Don't care. Cry to your mama about it.
That part. Look, hey, what we say?
Safe spaces are made. Now get it.
That part. So we finna make one over here. So if anybody leave this podcast and feel like, oh, they did not create a safe space, they weren't meant for this group. You see the intention. So buckle up. Now our goal is to have a new episode bi-weekly. Depending on whenever this one's actually make it on.
I was sure wondering when this one's gonna make it on.
But I'm very new to the podcast world. I actually used to hate podcasts until I started liking the people again. Because it's like I was in my podcast phase. Because that's actually how I was getting a lot of my political content was through podcasts. But then, you know, it was kind of, I guess everybody's doing like the vlog style now, where it's basically YouTubing and podcasting at the same time, basically. And I don't know. Niggas just start getting weird all of a sudden. I'm not sure what happened. I was like, oh, I thought the podcast was for the smart niggas. Like, when did that change?
Niggas figure out they can order mics.
Look, let me tell you, they're not expensive either. Maybe that's the problem.
That is the problem.
Up the price, y'all. Up the price on all this podcast equipment.
Mm-hmm. And if y'all wanted some background information on whether or not we were educated, we are. Thank you.
Yeah, you asking the wrong question.
Wrong questions.
Well, what people love to say today? Get educated. They'll be the dumbest niggas. I swear to God. I swear to God, I hate a person.
Niggas that go straight to Wikipedia.
I'm not trying to get on a rant right now. We're supposed to be simmering down and closing out, but that just made me think. I hate when people say "get educated" because that is just a telltale right there. You don't know what the fuck you talking about,
and it's not even.
And just say that.
And it's like, not only get educated mean a lot of things. You talking about Western education, the easiest education in the fucking system to pass?
Because you know when you found out, and this is just a rule of thumb, you know when you found someone, because the thing about education is subject matter, right? No person knows everything about everything. Nobody. That's why politics is so interesting, is because literally everything gets politicized. Like no matter where you spend it or how you want to make yourself believe that it's not, it is. It's just unfortunate. I don't know who to blame. White people? Not sure. But literally everything is politicized. So when you make political stances and things like that with different subject matter, like, yeah, you're probably not going to know. So a smart nigga would acknowledge that he doesn't know. And then just do a little research to see, okay, who proficient in this field? Who talking about this? Who like this? See what they got to say. And 9 times out of 10, they provide sources. The real niggas provide sources every time.
Mm-hmm. And it's not going to be Wikipedia or...
It is right. Like because it's an art. And an art that I feel like I'm not even proficient in. Because, like, I can do that little research, but, like, that deep dive they be doing, I'd be so jealous. I was like, whew, I don't got the patience.
I used to deep dive a lot. I stopped deep diving because I got other shit to do. And
it's time consuming.
It's time consuming. I don't have time.
And I'm like, have y'all seen America? Niggas don't got time. They work y'all to the bone.
To the bone. I mean,
that's why it's so easy to to feed misinformation, because nobody got time to vet shit. Mm-hmm. Or like, let me rephrase that. I'm not saying nobody has time, but when a nigga tired, when a nigga is tired, I don't got time to go down a deep dive. Niggas trying to watch funny dog videos or cat videos or some shit. Or they trying to go look at these couple latest drama and fight on the internet or some shit. You know what I mean? Brain rot is what they're calling it. Mm-hmm. Which that's a psychological component.
It made me think about it. I do not like love and hip
hop. That got to be an episode. Just black media in general.
Right.
Come to the table. Join the family meeting, because what the actual fuck?
What the hell on?
But I do have a theory. One that I did not research, so don't take this as no fact. But take this as an opportunity to look into. Because let me know. I just feel like when you come into black media and stuff like that, I just feel like when you follow the money, it just get paler and paler every single time.
Paler.
And I'm like, oh, we are really exploring black trauma to make these white men rich?
I started watching slave movies. I don't understand why the fuck y'all need to go watch
Mm.
some shit about history that you live in. I don't understand the point of that. You could ask your grandpa about that shit, or your papa, your grands. You could just ask them if you want some
And
trauma.
a lot of this shit don't even be historically accurate most of the time.
Most of the time, like if you want the real, go talk to your fucking grandparents. Go visit your fucking grandparents in them nursing home if you want to be traumatized.
Like the trauma is in your backyard. Just go talk to them.
You don't need a movie about it. I promise you.
You don't. Honestly, that is true. That's something I need to do.
Because I'm like, who the movie for?
I say do better, but I can't do that right now for proximity reasons. But I wish I would have talked more to my grandma and stuff like that. Just kind of like see that, because I know like she had. I know she kind of had it too.
My grandma. I told my grandma I was single, and she was like, "Good, stay that way."
Look. Because I know
my grandma was a married woman and kept
peace.
her last name until she died. I mean, my papa loved my grandma. Let's keep that in fucking mind.
She said, "Leave her alone." Shout out to Miss Dixon.
Shout out to her. I love my grandma.
She was. Miss Dixon was the only sane person when
I was doing that family.
That woman was consistent. Mind her business.
Watch her TV.
Watch her. You know what I mean? And it's just like peace in that.
You say she would want to smoke a little cigarette.
Smoke a little. Like I find beauty in that because I don't know why people love chaos.
Why?
What my sister like to say, she say men love a toxic girl.
Love.
And actually, I was like, no, because like even in my head, I'm like, no, I don't want no toxic girl in my life or anything like that. But when you really sit there and think,
what was the scenario I gave you? I forgot what it was.
Me too.
It was I was like, Carlton, you say you don't love a toxic girl until you not answer her phone and she pop up at this house a little bit and said, "What you doing?" And now all of a sudden you see the smile on his face just got big as hell.
I'm in love. What's going on? I gotta marry this woman, right? She real.
It's like, oh, you here?
Ooh, I gotta go to bed with one eye open every night. Still happy. Let me go get these little flowers. She like these flowers.
You bust a nigga up his head, he grinning. Love it.
Ooh,
and
yeah,
I say this as a retired toxic Taurus. I'm retired now. I don't do this shit no more. But niggas love a toxic bitch. Love it.
Retired. Then the other day you just say, "Is this toxic?" And I proceed to say, "Not too much." Okay. Not too much. Look, I thought this was a truth telling space.
Okay, I still keep a little bit of my toxic ways just cause bitches be playing with me.
So she claimed. Honestly, no. I'm on your side.
So I have evolved a lot, but I keep little Lisa to the side. I keep her handy for whenever I gotta reach down and get a trick.
Look, I just want y'all to know. I don't know if Lisa know that I be like I can just sometimes I like look at her and I can see her in her head making these scenarios, and I just know she fighting somebody. Yeah. So I feel like I gotta let the people know she's not sane. But that don't make her dumb. Like that's two different things.
First of all most of your serial killers are
smart as hell. That's why they killing so many of y'all.
Truth be told, I think the title dictator would sit very nicely on my shoulders.
Yeah. That's why you see me trying to promote your cult. You thought I was doing that for me? You know I can't deal with niggas, especially. I was trying to be a nice brother. I was like, I know my sister won't look cold. Let me see. Let me dibble that in.
Little
see, she get a few little followers.
Didn't Christianity start out as a cult anyway?
Huh?
I said, didn't Christianity start out as a cult anyway? Ain't it still a cult?
Oh,
that's a strong one. I want me one like that.
That's crazy because, guys, so our next episode,
Wrap that on up.
wrap it up. Our next episode is actually going to be about addressing church and just Christianity and religion within the Black community. Like, how is that benefiting us? Is it benefiting us? And should we really be making Christianity the focus point or the focus religion within our community? So we do want this podcast to be as interactive as possible. So we actually have a Google number that you guys can reach out to. So you can either call or text it. And that way we can be able to listen to your voicemail or read your text message relating to the subject matter. So I'm actually trying to find, I'm not prepared. I'm trying to find that number. I'll post it on social media after we drop this episode. But the number is going to be 318-588-7115. I'm going to repeat that. 318-588-7115. So the point in this for you to just put any rants or ideas or experiences related to whatever subject matter that we're going to do. So whenever we end an episode, we're always going to let you know what the next topic is going to be about. So that way you guys can be able to send in. And then we're probably going to do like polls and stuff like that too on the internet. I say probably because we don't really got no game plan. We just doing shit.
We just shooting shit.
We just doing shit. We just finna see what happened. But that is the goal. All right.
All right.
And hey, we just want y'all to just say it with your chest. Like,
keep it respectful, keep it cutesy, keep it demure, but still say it with your chest.
Yeah.
I still want to know your real thoughts. Say it with your chest.
My sister like a little bass in the voice.
Yeah.
Don't be shy about it.
Don't be shy.
Because I think people kind of forget that the point in the community is the collective thought, right? Like the whole point is you need these perspectives to actually get to a point where we're just in solidarity and can actually coexist.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And not worrying about what this subgroup doing or that subgroup. No, Solani, what?
And let me tell you who the subgroups are in case y'all didn't fucking know. Latinos, Asians, white people. Did I miss somebody? Africans, Caribbeans. Them all the subgroups.
So when I was saying subgroups, I meant like subgroups within the Black community.
Oh my God.
I tell y'all, she stay strapped, ready. Yeah, so I just meant like, subgroups as in like from a religious standpoint, like Black Americans that's Christian, Black Americans that's not, Black Americans that may be Muslim, or Black Americans that may be gay, or Black
trans
Americans,
and not trans, like
all of you see what I'm saying. So subgroups within all community, because like I said before, like we got to figure out a different way, and we got to address the conservatism within the Black community because
this shit never made sense.
That is nothing but white people. I don't see
that painted anywhere in my history. And I actually study humanities, by the way. I don't see that anywhere in our goddamn history. I don't know what the fuck y'all looking at.
Yeah, so that actually bring me to, I want to give a shout out. It's this guy on TikTok. I know we supposed to be closing. Why am I still talking? But I'm gonna shout him out real quick. It's this guy on TikTok. His name is Justin Scott. And it's just so funny because I did not hear about him until we got to Thailand. That's when his content started coming across. I was like, that's weird.
Justin Scott.
Yeah, and he's Black American. Like he's from. I didn't make that up. He is. But he talks strictly about the issues within the Black community and stuff like that. So he actually is a good one. Like he's one of those ones that is like, damn, I wish I knew this nigga in real life because it just be kind of hard on the conversation thing.
Using this podcast to find our tribe.
Please, we ain't asking for much.
Not much.
And money, yeah. Niggas always need money.
Niggas always need money. I ain't no broke bitch though, so if you don't see money, I'm gonna be just fine.
She said, "Don't try it."
Don't try
Yeah, but you can never have too much, right?
Correct.
Give us a little extra, we give it back to somebody.
Mm-hmm. We actually repurpose our money.
Right, because that's the goal. But until the next one, remember, if you have any comments, any rants, or anything you want to say about Black churches, Black Christianity, anything relating to history, or if you have any expertise or anything like that, we would love to hear it and feature you within the next episode. So, any last words?
Bye.
See y'all later.